The first card you have your past is the Nine of Wands. Okay, so just looking over this whole reading, before I say anything about this card, there's lots of abundance here. Lots of money, lots of abundance. So I can see that right away. This looks really good for money. So I just want to get that out of the way because it's really catching my eye. All the pentacles, all the abundance and the Three of Cups, all that. Okay. Now, with this card, obviously this is about getting out of a situation. And yeah, a few different things here, a few strange things here. I can see why you'd want to get out of this situation from what I'm seeing here. You're definitely out of this now. You are. It's a love situation. And there was a lot of love coming from you. There was a lot of love coming from you to them. But it was going to the wrong person. What I mean by that is it looks like it was going to the person you thought they were, but it wasn't actually them, if that makes sense. They really mess with your head. Look at this bandage around this man's head. So it looks like you thought they were one kind of person, and they weren't. They were a completely different kind of person. And it was really difficult, really messy, really confusing, lots and lots of mess, and you're kind of getting out of that. And I'm seeing all this for some reason. I'll get to that in a minute. I'm not sure. Sorry, I'm getting lots and lots of things coming in at the same time with this. It's a very heavy situation. Yeah, there was someone else around them as well, I think. Now, I'm not getting a third party, even though I think they did flirt a lot. I think they had a lot of people around them because you've got the Three of Cups here. So there's that, and there's blurred lines, you know, texting people, all that kind of thing. But I'm not seeing an actual third party. I'm not seeing that they were actually with one person. They might have been, but I am seeing a person around them who was a priority to them, and it wasn't you. And it's not a love connection. There was someone around them who they thought was a priority. Now, okay. Yeah, there's so many things coming in here. It's incredible. Lots and lots and lots of things. Okay, so yeah. So this is this person who they think is a priority that I'm seeing, and they're still around them. There's a woman here who they thought was a priority to them. And obviously this is someone, I think this is probably a mother, because this person was around them from when they were very, very young, probably from birth. So obviously it's a mother or a mother figure. Now, it looks like this is someone who came between you, or they tried to come between you. They might have made that obvious. They might not have made that very obvious. You might not even know that. There was this female influence who was really, really influencing them. And they were very, very, very close. It's almost like they were linked together. And you were on the outside of this. I don't know whether you realised that or not. That was what was happening. So they had lots and lots and lots of things that weren't good about this person. You know, before I say any more about this, I just want you to know this. You're a huge prize. And they couldn't afford you. I'm not talking about money here when I talk about they couldn't afford you. I'm talking about character. They had a very, very weak character because they had this woman around them, and they had to kind of almost bow down to this person. They were a priority for them, not you. So they were quite weak. They weren't strong in themselves, and they tried to take some of that character away from you. It feels like they tried to take some of their confidence away from you. Now, if you're still lacking in confidence because of this person, because I'm seeing this very injured person here in this card, if you're still lacking in confidence because of what they did to you, because of what they took from you, just know this: they took from you because you had more than them. You had more character than them. You had more confidence than them. You were stronger than them, and they took that from you because they had less than you. So I just want you to know that. I just want you to know that. So if you're lacking in confidence, just know that. And that's going to grow back. I can see that as well if you are lacking in confidence. But yeah, this person came between you. They were very lacking in character. There was this female figure around them. I'm seeing that very, very, very strongly, very dominant figure in their life, and weak character. And that's why they couldn't be themselves. That's why they couldn't be themselves, because they felt that they weren't good enough being themselves. And you're just yourself. You're strong in yourself. You're a strong character. And they wanted to take a bit of that away from you. That's what I'm seeing in that card. I don't know if it makes any sense to you. Excuse me, but that's what I was seeing. Or what I am seeing, I should say. Okay, so the next card you have your past is the Three of Cups. Yeah, look at this. This is amazing. So you've got these three women here. And yeah, again, I'm seeing this ex had all these people around them. They were probably flirting. I'm seeing that again here. Maybe partying, all that kind of thing. But one of these women, if you look at this card again, look at this card. One of these women has their back to you. So this is about this mother figure. That's what this is showing me. I'm seeing this all over again. This important woman in their life, they had their back to you. And this ex always had this woman's back. So they had each other's backs, but nobody had your back. So that's what I'm seeing. No matter what this woman said, no matter what she did, she always had your ex's back. That's what I'm seeing. So it might not resonate, it might, but this is what I'm seeing here. Now, if you felt triangulated and you didn't know why that was, if you always felt like, oh, it's 2 against 1, I'm ganged up on, I don't have a say. If you ever felt like that, that's probably why. It's because this female influence that I'm seeing here. Now, the other thing on this card is abundance. Beautiful, beautiful abundance. This is a harvest on this card. They're celebrating this harvest. It's all come in. There's fruit, there's pumpkins, there's wine, and they're celebrating that harvest. So beautiful, beautiful card. And, you know, you've got the Nine of Pentacles here as well. So the combination of these two together, it's hugely powerful. You don't normally see the two of these right against each other like this, and it's here. So amazing abundance, money coming in. So you've got this money coming in. And it looks like you've had glimpses of this money coming in. I'm seeing little bits of increases in your money, and then it goes down again, and then it's kind of back to normal or whatever, and then you get these little increases again. Might be from a sideline thing you're doing that you're getting these little increases, just small things, but it's like it's enough to make you say, oh, that's interesting, wow, that's starting to grow a bit, I'll look at that, you know, but nothing huge. Now there's much bigger growth coming in for you, huge financial growth I'm seeing. And yeah, it's not a one-off. I'm getting this work, and then it happens. And it's like a consistent flow. It's very consistent. So it's not like there's nothing and then lots and lots of money comes in and then it disappears and there's nothing else ever again. It's not like the lottery, sadly. It's not like that for you. It's like business or work or something brings this money in and it's consistent. It's a consistent flow. That's what I keep on seeing. The work's gone into this harvest, consistent work's gone in, and that's why the abundance is coming out. So yeah, I'm going to talk about the Nine of Pentacles here as well, because it's showing me this really interesting sequence of events here about this abundance and also about this axe. So yeah, so it's coming into you. So when this comes in, it's going to come into you at exactly the right time. And when you're by yourself, just like this woman in the Nine of Pentacles. Do you know why? Because she can handle the money by herself. If you're with this axe, it would have been a huge pain for you. Your mind would be all over the place. Your head would be everywhere, like this poor man who's bandaged in the Nine of Wands. You wouldn't be able to think properly, you wouldn't be able to manage this properly, and you probably wouldn't be able to do the work properly that brings you this abundance because your head would be all over the place. And, you know, so you're a bit blinded by them, actually. Yeah, you're a bit blinded by them, I think. Or you're blinded by the person you thought they were. So lots and lots of mess there. You would not have done well if this came in when this axe was there. So that's why it's coming in now. That's why it's coming in now, because you're away from them. Things come in at the right time. The universe brings things for you at the right time. So, yeah, the other thing I'm seeing here is something else. It looks like maybe you've left your childhood behind, or a few aspects of your childhood, or you've left some of your past behind. It might not be childhood. It's an old house or a house you used to be in, and you've left that behind. You've left some people behind. That's what I'm seeing. There's a bit of emotional pain around this. And it looks like you had to make a decision, and it was necessary for you to do that. There was a lot of pain. It's like, I don't want to do this, but I have to do this. So I'm going to have to leave this house, leave this place. So you left this behind. And I think you left a lot of actual things behind as well. Possessions, things. Yeah, I'm seeing this really clearly. Some of your possessions might have been damaged by someone or mishandled or something like that. Someone didn't have respect for your things, and I think for you that was really telling, because they didn't have respect for your things and they didn't have respect for you either, and I think that's partly why you got away. But you're away from that now, and there's still a little bit of pain when you think about that, but you're better off now. You know you're better off now, because if you look at the woman in this card, she's smiling, she's got her back to this house. There's a little house just in the right-hand corner, just where the horizon is. She's got her back to that. She's looking forwards and she's smiling. She's a lot happier than where she was when she was at that place. The other thing here is, maybe I was seeing this axe and all this thing and this female figure and all that, because maybe you might see something of them coming up again. I'm not saying they're coming back again. You're not going to see them again. I'm not seeing that. But something of them. It might be something on social media. It might be something you hear about them. Because I'm just looking at this falcon. And falcons are about, you know, flying away and coming back again. That's what they're trained for. So it might be that. That might be why I'm seeing them coming up in this reading so far. So that's all I have to say for your past so far. So I'll go to your present, and yeah, the Page of Swords. Okay, yes. So sometimes this can be about spying, it can be about being defensive, all that. It can be about being defensive but not really being in control, it can be that as well. Yeah, I'm actually seeing, it feels like a puzzle actually. Someone's a puzzle to you. Or they puzzle you. You can't work them out. That's the kind of thing I'm getting. It might be a friend. It might be someone you talk to. It feels like you don't know them all that well. And it looks like they're talking to you, but I think they want this to go further. It looks like they want love out of this. This is if you're single, obviously. So it's someone you talk to, and they think they can take this further. But because they're a puzzle, because you don't know kind of where you are with them, maybe they play games or something, I don't know, or they're mysterious, I don't know. Because of that, I can't see you getting into this or wanting to get into this love situation, because, you know, you've been through all this with this person who wasn't who you thought they were. So you've got that, and you're not going to let that happen again. And it doesn't mean there's anything wrong with them, but it's just that it's kind of like, if I'm not sure of who someone is, I'm not interested. If I'm not 100% sure that they are who they say they are, I'm just going to be cautious. I'm not really interested. And so that's why I'm getting a no from you there, probably, at this point in time anyway. And, you know, the thing is, you've got your work, you've got money, business, all that. That's really getting momentum now. I think you're focused on that right now. And you don't need a mystery box in front of you that you have to kind of open up and sort out. You don't need a puzzle in front of you. You don't have time. And you know, you don't want games. You just don't want games. And I'm getting this really strong feeling coming from you that it goes for all people, actually, not just in love. All people. If you're with me, you're with me. If you're straightforward, I know who you are. If you're not straightforward, I'm not interested. I've got no time for messing around, no time for games. I mean business now. I'm work focused. I can't have any messing with my head ever again. So I've got that really strong feeling. And that goes for everyone who's around you now. You're being very, very hard line on that. That's what I'm seeing. So the next card you have, your presence, Temperance. Yeah, I love this card. I love this. I love anything about rising up out of a bad situation, and that's what this is about. So, you know, you've got all these amazing cards here. I have to say this again. You've got the Ace of Pentacles, you've got the Nine of Pentacles, Three of Cups. This card money's everywhere. So you've got that coming to you, absolutely 100% definitely. There is money coming to you. There's no doubt about that. Now, and with the Temperance card, again, this is you. You're rising up out of the past. You're rising up out of this horrible 9 of Wands situation. So you're out of that now. There's something else here. It looks like someone's close to you. Maybe not physically close, but you're kind of close to them. I don't know if this is a family member. It feels like it might be. I think someone might be coming out of an illness, actually. There's a lot of healing in this card with these daffodils. And there's a path on the left of this angel, and obviously it's going up a very steep hill. So if someone's not very well, there's a lot of healing in front of them. They've got a long way to go. They've got a lot of work to do to get there. And the people around them, if there are people caring for them, they've got lots of work to do. But there's sun at the end. There's sun at the end of the path. So it looks very, very positive for them. There's a lot of healing there. And this is generally a positive card as well. So obviously I'm not a doctor, but it does look as if it might have been a bit serious at one time. It looks as if there's someone taking care of them, maybe. It looks like they're quite competent. They know what they're doing. They know what to do. Like this woman, she's mixing things. She's very serious, or not this woman, I should say, this angel. This is Gabriel. Sorry about that. So this angel here is mixing things because they know what to do. Very, very serious, very competent. So I think someone who's taking care of this person, they are very competent. And it does look very, very positive, because this is all about rising up. It's all about using knowledge, blending to go from a bad situation to a better one. So again, I'm not a doctor, but I am seeing very positive things here. So if this resonates with you, it does look positive. It really does. It really does. But take one step at a time. Take one day at a time. But yeah, I just want to say that it does look positive. Okay, so the last card you have your present is the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, this is being handed to you. This abundance is being handed to you. Yeah, you're getting this because of who you are. You're getting this because you're you, because you're capable, because you work hard. This hand doesn't just come to anyone. It comes to people who are worthy of this. And again, it didn't come to you when you're in this past relationship, because you wouldn't, I'm not saying you wouldn't have been worthy, but as a couple you wouldn't have been, because you had this person around you of a very weak character, and you're not like that. You're a strong character, and they dragged you down. So you would not have been right to accept this at that time, and that's why it's coming to you now. You're far away from that now anyway. So yes, I'm getting lots and lots of different branches coming out of something that you're working on. Again, I was seeing this kind of sideline thing. I was seeing that in the Three of Cups. I'm seeing that again here. So this little kind of sideline thing. So you've got your main thing you're working on. There's this other kind of little thing, might be a hobby. It feels like you don't really take it all that serious right now. Seriously, I should say. You've got your bread and butter thing. You've got your main earnings that you work on, and that's your main focus. But then there's this other idea. It's like a hobby or an idea that's just in your head, or something just that's on the side. I think it's more than something that's in your head, because I've seen these little bits of money that are coming from that. So this, if you know what this is, that's where the main increase is going to come from. That's where this money is coming from. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of interest in this, a lot of popularity in this. People asking you questions, seeing this thing or whatever this is, and asking you things, and you're going to be really surprised. It's going to be like, this is really taking off. I didn't think it ever would, but it is. So what am I going to do? I'm going to have to run with this. I'm going to have to run with this. And that's the message in the Ace of Pentacles. Run with this. Listen to what's in front of you. Go with that flow. Go with the flow. If you see this area, that's starting to go really well, has a lot of energy around it, it's starting to gain momentum, that's what you've got to follow. And I think you're pretty good at doing that. But this is a whole new change of direction for you that you've got to follow. So it's a little bit scary, but yeah, go with the flow. go with the flow of the Ace of Pentacles. That's all money is. It's a flow. It's a flow of energy. And where you see things getting bigger, gaining momentum, even if the little increases, follow that flow. And if you follow that, you will get this money increase. So that's the message in the Ace of Pentacles. Beautiful message. Really, really good. I hope that makes sense. So the first card you have for your future is the Ten of Wands. So yes. So obviously you've got a lot of responsibilities. You know, you've probably got people to take care of, maybe children. There might be other people relying on you as well. So lots of people relying on you, maybe at work. That might be why, like if you've got a business or you're in a job where people rely on you, it might be why you're finding this new thing a little bit scary, because I'm seeing a lot of fear around this. It's like, I've got to take this leap. I know there's more money in this other thing, this side thing, and I've got to take the leap from that to this new thing. And it's a bit scary, because what I'm seeing all through this is, all through this, these three cards together, I think I'll talk about them all together because they all go together. You've got this struggle to kind of keep everything going, and you've got this, I've got these two things. So you're going to be working on the main thing that you've got, which is your job or your business or whatever this is. That's where the bread and butter comes from. That's where your main income comes from. And you've got this second thing that's kind of rising up and it's developing. And with the Two of Pentacles, it's like, it's this struggle of, where's the tipping point? Where do I, the left's still going on and the thing on the right's rising up. I've got to spend more time on this thing on the right hand side, less on the left. I'm trying to do that, but I'm still working on the two at the same time. At what point do I jump out of that and into the new thing, which is what the Fool's about, jumping off the cliff. And that's what it's going to feel like to you, jumping off the cliff from the main thing to the side thing. So there is going to be a little scary kind of struggle with that when you do actually go and make that leap. But it's absolutely going to be the right thing for you. And you don't have to jump right in, but there is going to be a time when you are going to absolutely make that, or make the actual leap from one side to the other side, because that's where the money's coming in. There's going to be more money coming in from that side, so you're going to have to jump over. But I think once you've done that, when you look back on that, you'll say, well, what was I worried about? What was I scared of? And the thing is, you can always go back to the first thing. If you make lots of money out of the second thing and then it starts to go down again, you'd always go back to the first thing. So it's not really a huge risk, even though it probably feels like that to you, or it will at the time. So just keep all of that in mind. And you've really got to follow this, though. That's what you've got, the Ace of Pentacles, and it's telling you to follow this flow of money. So you've really got to do this. And if you do this, you're going to be on a completely new level financially. And, of course, with any new levels, that comes with a lot of work. There's no getting away from that. But you're prepared to do that, I think. And, we can see that in the Ten of Wands. You might have to ask someone to help you. Or you might even have to employ someone, especially when you're juggling the two things at the same time. Because I'm seeing this point where you've got the two things going on at the same time, and then you're going to have to close one down and go for the other one. And that's where this kind of scary tipping point is. But, you'll know what to do at the right time. Just follow the flow, look for all the signs, go with what the Ace of Pentacles is telling you to do. Where there's energy, where there's flow, where there's more abundance, where something's getting all this momentum, that's what you need to follow. Sorry about that motorbike.